this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is another little video where I take a look at my Inktober 2019 drawings, and this will be the final 9 days. It's the last week of Inktober, and today is the 30th, but I've actually done tomorrow's today, so I'm going to go through the final 9 little Inktober's. And what I've been doing is turning my character, lilSOPHiE, into Jake Parker's official prompt list. So I've never done anything like this before, and it's been really fun because I've had to come up with ideas from my imagination, which is something I haven't done enough of. So I've really enjoyed this, and I think for all future Inktober's I will probably do the prompt lists because I'm really enjoying it. So what am I going to do here? I'll just go through the ink drawings and then I'll look at the little sketches I did. Actually, I'll do the sketches first. So what I said at the end of last week's video was I wanted to do more thumbnails, because what I noticed was I will do one thumbnail and then I'll just go straight to that one and I won't do any more. So I've been trying to force myself to do more thumbnails, but I've really sort of not been able to do it. I get to about 4 and I normally end up going back to the first one, which is a bit annoying, but I don't know how to improve that really. But the first one was day 23 and it's ancient. The prompt was ancient. So for my little thumbs, I started out with, I had lilSOPHiE and KEVY the cat going into a pyramid, an ancient pyramid with a little alien over there. Then I had another one where it was going to be, that was going to be a spaceship beaming up the pyramid with lilSOPHiE at the top of the pyramid. Then I did another, I don't even know what that is anymore. That's the thing with thumbnails, they're so weird, you don't know what they are like days later. This one was another one with lilSOPHiE watching a pyramid being lifted. That was another one. The pyramid was going to be swinging. And that one there is KEVY and lilSOPHiE watching it. But I ended up going right back to the first one. So what I did was, well, that would have been quite funny, I think. I would have had it as if the UFO was like lifting up a pyramid with a bit of rope. I thought that would have been quite funny, and it would have been swinging about, and I would have got little KEVY and lilSOPHiE hanging on. But I liked this one because I thought it was a bit of a cool angle. So lilSOPHiE and KEVY are going into the pyramid with a little UFO over there, and yeah, that was it really. Little testing out a lilSOPHiE there. But the final ink drawing was like this. What I ended up doing was I ended up making the pyramid miles bigger so that lilSOPHiE and KEVY are tiny, because I wanted to emphasise the scale. That's something I've picked up by looking at what are they called? Sketching from the Imagination books by 3D Total Publishing. What a lot of them do is they have little tiny characters to give the scale. So I thought I'd try that on this one. Ancient, and then that's supposed to be a little UFO in the background. A bit mysterious. I really liked that one. I thought it was quite fun. I tried to do something Bert Dodgson said about in his book, Keys to Drawing. He said, at the front, do the texture articulated, like, so you've got lots of detail in the texture, and as it goes further back, you lose the detail. I don't think it quite worked as well. There wasn't enough of a transition, but kind of works maybe. So that was day 23. Day 24, I love this one, Dizzy. As soon as I read the prompt list and I saw the word Dizzy, I knew what this one was going to be, and I don't think I even did any thumbnails for this one because I knew what I wanted to do. So there is a video game character from the 1980s called Dizzy, and he's like an egg. He's a big egg with boxing gloves, and he used to be on the Commodore 64. Growing up, he was my favourite character, and it was my favourite video game. So he was called Dizzy. So what I did was I thought, the first idea I had was KEVY the cat and lilSOPHiE hugging Dizzy, but lilSOPHiE was going to have her phone out doing a selfie. I ended up not doing that because it was going to be quite hard, so I went with something a bit easier. And what I did was I had lilSOPHiE and KEVY hugging each other. On that one, KEVY's sitting on his boxing glove. Oh, and she's wearing his hat. On that one, she's wearing his hat from Treasure Island. Treasure Island Dizzy. Din 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 din. But the one I went with this one. That's the Dizzy logo. Little heart, and it's basically Dizzy holding KEVY the cat. I think I like that one. And he's got his glove out as if he's pushing him forward, and then lilSOPHiE's legs are completely off the air. He looks like a pimp. lilSOPHiE, yeah, there's a lot of love going on that one. Big cheesy face. I love Dizzy. I really enjoyed that one. Day 25 was tasty, and I had 3 little thumbnails. I had the idea of KEVY stealing a bit of fish off of lilSOPHiE's plate. So that was the ideas I was going with. Also, there was one, he was going to be a tree with an apple, and KEVY was going to be trying to grab the apple. But I ended up going with this one, and I was going to have lilSOPHiE holding a fork and knife, KEVY stealing the fishy, and then I just kept playing around with it because I was struggling to draw the knives and forks in her hand. KEVY on that one, he's got the fish and it's got like juice to emphasise that he's pulled it off the plate, but again I felt like that was going to be a bit hard. So I was trying to keep it not too hard, but because just doing this is quite hard for me, so I didn't want it to be too hard. That one, she's in the background going, "Give me my fish back," and it's like he's running off in the foreground with the fishy. But the final one, I went with this one, and he's got like a sort of a sexy pose there, as if he's casually strutting away with the fish. She's got some chips on her plate. I hope it looks like he's pulling it off the plate. I left the little fork there, or the knife, and I played it a bit safe by having her with like a drink in her hand. But I liked that one. Thought it was quite fun. I'd like to do that again when a bit better. That one's one of those that looks a lot better in my head. The next day was dark. Yeah, this one was quite... I sat on my desk for a bit trying to work out what to do. At first I was going to have lilSOPHiE holding a torch, shining it, looking for KEVY, but I thought I wouldn't be able to show that lilSOPHiE's in the dark, because just with ink you can only go like dark. So then I tried another one with them both in the light. What's that one? Oh, that was just going to be them lit up on a dark background. That was going to be a UFO, as if it's going to abduct them. Ended up then going with this idea of, well, it was going to start with a little bonfire and a tent, and it was going to be dark, and lilSOPHiE and KEVY were going to be like laying by the fire. Then I was trying another one where I was going to have a lampshade with the light. Yeah, that was another one with a, probably, I think that was I don't know what that is, sunlight maybe. But I ended up thinking I'm going to go with a candle. There's quite a lot of this one because I kept playing around with it. So I started out trying to work out how lilSOPHiE and KEVY were going to be together. I quite like that one. It's quite fun. And then I thought I started thinking I'm going to have a candle with them in the bed together. And I was just trying out different poses. lilSOPHiE with the candle. So I was going to have lilSOPHiE there and KEVY this side. But in the end I ended up going with that. And then I thought I'm going to turn that into a heart. I thought it would be quite cool. And then I ended up... Did I do that in the end? I think I did. Yeah, no I didn't. I was going to have that shape for KEVY. That's quite cool. In the end I went with this one. It's quite funny. I wish there was more paper. I should have made that smaller so that there's more dark. Because I think it would have been better with a smaller heart. But I put the word dark on the candle. And it's basically lilSOPHiE hugging KEVY. Fast asleep. I really like that one, but I wish... Yeah, I'd like to do that one again. Make a smaller heart. The next one was coat. This is another one I struggled with. I just didn't know what to do, because, yeah, I didn't know what to do. So, I kept thinking, well, there I thought about lilSOPHiE just wearing a big oversized coat. Then I thought lilSOPHiE wrapping KEVY in a coat, keep him warm. And then both of them wrapped up in a coat. So then I thought I'm going to have her wearing a massively oversized coat. I thought it'd be quite funny. And I think there's one of these I really like, that one. I really like the shape of that one. I feel like that's better than the finished one I did. But I was just struggling to work out what to do. Then I thought about, what if KEVY is pulling the thread out of her coat, revealing her little panties. I thought that'd be quite funny. But I suddenly thought I like that little pose of KEVY. He's got his bum in the air, as if he's really pulling it. Yeah, but I liked the shape of that one, so I tried to do that one in the final one. Like I said, I think the sketch is better. That's something I notice a lot, is sketches are most of the time better than the finished thing. But yeah, I put the sleeve like that to try and show that it's an oversized coat. And little KEVY sitting in there nice and warm. I thought, again, I'd like to do that one again, I think. What's the next one? The next one is Royd. So this was another one that I sort of went with the first idea. I thought I'd have KEVY having a ride on lilSOPHiE's back. So I should have gone with that maybe. That's quite nice shapes. I messed this one up. So, oh yeah, he was going to be like that. And then I thought I'll have him lying on her back as if he's like completely in bliss. And then I thought I was trying out to see what he was going to look like before I did it. But I messed this one up a bit. So I tried to try out some different textures. I like the texture on her outfit because it's kind of fluffy. But with KEVY, I should have left him white. But what happened was I tried to do some texture of fur. It didn't look quite right, so I thought I'll colour him in black. And then that's the thing with ink. If you start... What I did was I made a mistake and I tried to correct it by putting more ink on, and it just made it worse. So that's a bit of a mess, that one. But I like it. Dun dun dun. Nice ride. What's the next one? The next one is Injured. Again, didn't do enough thumbnails. My first idea was lilSOPHiE being a nurse and KEVY not being injured in bed, but I started to realise I'd got it a bit wrong. I'd started doing it as if he was ill and not injured. Then he was going to be in a little basket, but I thought I like that shape. I wanted to use that shape, but I didn't, because I thought it's a bit funny to have him in the bed. Then I was going to have him on crutches, but I went with that one. So This one is that one there. Looks a bit too flat. And I took the thermometer out of his mouth because I thought it made it look a bit like he was unwell and not injured. But yeah, it's kind of cool. The pillar looks flat as well. I should have rounded the edges off. But it's just something to learn. The next one, catch. I had two main ideas. So I was going to have lilSOPHiE fishing, catching some fish, and I was going to have KEVY in the water, almost as if she was using him as bait or something, and he was like catching the fish. That's what I thought then. So I kept playing with that. Then I thought, what if lilSOPHiE is catching KEVY? But I thought, no, I want a fishy one. And then I thought, what if lilSOPHiE is catching a load of fish and KEVY is eating the fish? And then I thought I'd put some eaten fish next to him just so you can see he's been eating fish. So this is what it looked like. I put little fish in the water as well. So not sure about that pose. I like the way the hair's going underneath the bridge, the pillar though. There's little KEVY eating his fish, and there's a couple of dead fish that he's eaten. I quite like that one. I think it's sort of telling a story. And then the last one, day 31, ripe. I think this is the hardest word of this prompt list, because it's the one that I just could not work out what to do. So the only thing I could think of was like a ripe melon, and I was going to have lilSOPHiE with a knife cutting open a melon, and KEVY with his tongue out as if he can't wait to eat it. And I thought, what if lilSOPHiE's picking ripe apples and KEVY's climbing up the tree? And then I thought, what if KEVY's up the tree giving lilSOPHiE the ripe apples? I was so torn between these two because I wanted to do both of them, but I thought I'm only going to do one. And then I think I should have gone with that one maybe, because I could have done a funny face. But this is the one I went with. KEVY up the tree, throwing apples at lilSOPHiE. Ripe, and she's down the bottom collecting them in a little basket. That's basically it for Inktober 2019. What was my favourite one this week? I think my favourite one is this one with Dizzy, just because I love Dizzy. I think that one could have been better if I had... Yeah, I think that one could have been better. That's my favourite one. What's my favourite one of all of them? Dun dun dun. Oh, I like that one. What's my favourite one of all of them? I quite like that one. That's funny. I like the shapes on that one. That's my favourite one, I think. Sling. Because yeah, I like that one. But I hope you enjoyed that. It was my little Inktober 2019 sketchy things. And that's basically it. I'm definitely going to do this again next year. And I'm going to definitely follow the prompt list again, because I've really enjoyed it. And it's been a lot of fun. I'm still doing another art challenge. It's called, well, me and an artist friend called Rebecca have been doing a daily drawing challenge, and it's kind of like this, where every day I've got to draw something from my imagination, and we're both doing it and sharing them on Instagram. I'm sharing them in an Instagram story, but every day for October I've been doing fishies. So I've been doing a little fishy, and I might do a video at the end of the month, so probably next week, and maybe at the end of each month I'll do a little video about little drawings, because I've been learning so much by doing that, and I think it might be quite good. So that's the art challenge I'm doing at the moment, and that's going to be for a whole year. So I've got another 330 days. So that's going to be a big one. Got a little cat keyring there. Sophie, my sister got me that. Love the shape of that. Pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you later for another one.